Okay, the time is, I don't know how I'm doing this. 4:10 p.m. December 13th. I've been forbidden, sworn off. Beyond Cosmos. These mufflers are serious fucking business here. I'm not gonna be able to do this unless I turn this up. Okay. Beyond Cosmos squared and times by 7,000 is just basic algebra. But it's just to get it over how serious this is, to stay off the fucking internet. What I am to say though is they've been hitting me with Pancreas Poison for the last multiple days. It's one of the primary poisonous gases that they're using. And I have the right to say how sick and painful the stuff makes you. This is one of the main poisons that will make me scream out loud. It is that painful. Within 10 seconds of when you know it's in you and you're in it, and you're being poisoned with it, you yell. It's instant threshold 3 and 4 out of a threshold of 1 through 5. Grueling fucking pain. And last night they were bombing me with that in this room. They were bombing me with the pancreatic poison and bombing me with what I call the bioweapon. So I had this incredible, grueling, indescribable pain it kept going through every 20 minutes. The pancreatic poison, and then it would be followed up with the bioweapon. And it'd be followed up sometimes within a matter of 30 seconds. Or sometimes it would be followed up within a matter of a couple minutes. But they brought it together every time. And so that would send me racing uncontrollably with all this liquid coming out of me. Every fucking time on target. And it depends on how much they use to determine how much liquid comes out of me. To reject and eject all the poison that I'm being poisoned with. Okay, so all day they've been using the pancreatic poison and the bioweapon again, but it slowed down in pace. I had a couple hours break, but it's not slowing down. And I need to say that the poisoning of Heidi Granger inside of 1509 S Street Northwest has gotten worse. And I did say, they're doing it right now. Fuck, hold on. Ow. Oh God, ow. It's just not as strong, the pancreatic poisonous gas. So I'm not shrieking right now. Oh God. Okay, so they're hitting me with this shit every fucking 5 minutes, okay? The pancreas poison. Oh God. Oh God. I don't want to be in pain like this in here. Okay, hold on. Oh my God. Okay, as you have now just witnessed, that stuff doesn't make me go racing to the bathroom. It's just incredible pain, and you're not of much use. You're just grabbing your stomach and you're crying out in pain like you just witnessed. And to how loud you cry out is to how much strong and intense the pancreatic poisonous gas is at the time. Oh boy. All right. So what I was trying to say is the gas has gotten worse. And I said that one other time. And I was right when I said it because it had gotten worse. And now we've actually gotten worse than that. The poisonous gas being used on Heidi Granger has increased by 2 times as worse. And the poisons they're using are extreme. And the velocity of the contamination in my main room, anywhere I run to, is 2 times worse. In my main room, it's actually 3 times worse because they're hitting me when I'm sitting in my chair all through the night up to 2:30 a.m. nonstop every like 5 minutes. I'm shrieking in pain or I'm racing, gushing all this water out of my body from toxics. Okay, so I don't want to be in excruciating pain in here anymore. Okay? With what I witnessed last night, I'm not questioning that the good military saved my life. I have no question about what happened last night at all. With how they were dropping from the roof right outside my window on 1507, they were dropping upstairs in the bathroom of 1509. They were everywhere. They were in every corner. You take a house, you take the rectangle, okay? A house is a rectangle. And you put a human in every corner, and you put a human on every end of the line of the rectangle. They were everywhere in here. And they were on floor 3. They were on the roof. They were in the basement. They were in the floor 1. And they, like I keep saying, were in 1511 and 1507. Just now, when I got poisoned this most recent time with the bioweapon and the pancreatic poison, which was in the last 15 minutes, that's why I went to record this testimony. I heard them setting down heavy metal objects right underneath my chair from 1511 on floor 1. I've heard multiple men going down within the houses here on the street and in the backyards last night. And no, I am not supposed to be alive if it was not for the good guys. Okay? Without any doubt. And I had thoughts and feelings at the time it happened that I will never forget, that I want to share with people. But I can't do it because it's still going on and on and on here. This has to stop in the US. This has to stop by the president's office, which is 6 blocks down the street. This has to stop, this kind of dead bodies and chemical gases and the manufactured chemical stenches and these men dropping from roofs and collapsing like cannonballs over my head on floor 3. Like, dude, they dropped like every fucking 20 minutes until 2:30. And I can't say that the good guys were not done flying over the house. By 2:30, my poisoning adventure of being bombed with poisonous gas had stopped. And my body and myself just passed out. So I was asleep. They were probably flying. And I had my sound machine on, as I always do. The mufflers don't stop here. Some of the cars are bright purple, these locomotive trucks, Latin car show. It's Mexican and Latin drug cartel, but they're not in power. The ones in power are the Saudi Arabian drug smugglers. And that's what's happening here, okay? They're a part of this horrible rebel uprising trying to take over our government. The Saudi Arabian government empowered and financed some of the most violent people, okay, around the world. They gathered them up to attack certain countries. My country is one of them. So the people here are your average ones you would think. You have your Irish gangs, your white Irish gangs, and everyone else is a gang member, okay? They brought them into the police force. That's why I kept on saying, these aren't cops, they all have prison tattoos with red hair and blue eyes. Oh yeah, no, those were penitentiary dudes. Some of them were Navy officers, dressed up as cops. Okay, so it's a real fucking mess in the United States, okay? But I'm supposed to say the poisoning's out of control. And the mufflers are out of control. You cannot turn this thing down. They'll circle and circle and circle like a donut, this chemical weapons compound, the muffler cars. And not all the muffler cars are Latin drug cartel. Those ones, a lot of times you can tell. Their gang, Latin gang, or whatever they want to cough up when they're arrested that they are involved with, okay? They'll say, okay, I just got myself arrested by the military, and the military will say, who are you with? And they'll say a gang, or they'll say a cartel, but that's not for me to figure out right now. But some of them you can tell by their car, yeah, it's bright purple, it's got a specialized muffler. Okay, but not all of them, not all these mufflers are like that. Some of them are super expensive, Mustang, brand new 2024, and they still have the specialized installed muffler on it. Okay, they're going out of their way with the mufflers here. They're going to the auto body shop and installing them. That's clear, we know that, check that off the list. You can't buy a car like that on the lot. You have to have it specialized auto body. So not all of these mufflers are necessarily in a purple car or a bright blue car, and you go, that's a gang member, or you say whatever to yourself. Some of these people are, they could be anywhere, because they could be white, they could be black. In the U.S. with this ISIS terrorist compound that I'm in, they brought in all the gangs. I've been keep on bringing up the Irish mafia. The Irish gangs are bad. They're all corrupted and they're infested. And they're coming, a lot of them are coming out of the state of New York. They keep coming and coming. A lot of these cars that are circling are out of the state of New York. They drive their mufflers all the way back to the state of New York. I know how far of a drive that is. They'll go ahead and spin the gas, and they're literally doing that. And they're bringing back guns and drugs, and they don't get pulled over because they're with the police. They're really angry here, okay? They really wanted this power. They wanted this money, okay? They don't have a problem with chopping someone up. All right, and this is not a race, one race. There's white, there's Latin, there's so many people I can ID that have been involved with this fucking disgusting human dead body dismemberment. There are so many people involved with the cannibalism. There's not just one bad guy here and he's one race. No, it's something happened in the American population. I'm very aware of it. I'm an American. It's something I cannot ever forget. Okay, the drug abuse and the long-term lack of being arrested, and you mix that with really heavy drugs. These are like bad, these drugs they're on. And you get enough dead bodies, like last night, they were fucking cannonball down, boom, cannonball down, boom. I'm fucking terrified in here. I was helpless. There was nothing I could have done to save my life last night. Nothing except basic common sense shit. And the heroes kept flying over like Vietnam. Oh yeah. All late in the night, 1, 2 in the morning, you could hear them coming, flying super low, super slow. Choppers like a fucking movie. One after the next, they were saving my life. I can't get into it right now because I got to stick to what they're doing. I'll never forget it in a million years. December 13th, I was supposed to be dead. But on December 13th, because of these military men, I'm making this report right now. I will never forget last night. And the thoughts and feelings I had, I will not forget them, but I can't share them right now. I have to share the poison. It's so horrible to keep going through. All right? I'm not egocentric, but I'm saying they have these very deadly, poisonous gases. And me, with the war generals, the good military, we don't want these gases used on nice people. Because these people here will do that. And that's what they're doing when they're flying over these houses. They're saving my life. Last night was kind of clear, okay? With how many were going down over my fucking head. But they're doing something else in these houses. You know they are. To get these gases. But I don't know why the very next day, these fucking criminals have more of them. And they've been using them on me. And I'm like, I know I'm being physically tortured. Especially with the pancreatic stuff, because you just shriek in pain. And all I know is that I'm being tortured every day, and there's no hope in sight or end in sight. It's just more and more and more poison. And dead bodies, this place I can't talk about how fucking horrible it is. Okay, I'm gonna go. Goodbye.